Hey, Sandra. Welcome. I'm doing good. We're starting with a $7 order. Not really keen on where it's going, but it'll work. All right. Okay, we're taking this order here. It's a pretty big Wingstop order, but it's going to an apartment complex that up on the north side. It's not known for tipping, but it's all good. Yeah. I'm just more thankful today for those who contributed on my last live stream. I did not expect that. I did not. I mean, one person in particular, really thought that what I was doing was great and gave a massive contribution. And I was just totally blown away with that. I just was. And it goes, yeah, we got order, yellow marker. Yep, we got order. It's a Wingstop order. It's a little over $7. I mean, it's going up here, but you never know. I might get an Uber, might get a dirty stack. That'd be great. We could do that. Yeah, I'd love to get one of those. I haven't had one of those today yet. Because mostly today, it was all DoorDash that I did, for the most part. So, yeah, so let's go do it. Yep. Let's see, I already claimed the triple digits in the last two streams, but of course I did more, than the triple digits, with the help of a few of those that contributed today, and I thank them for it. Well, let's just see what we can do today. Will we get a dirty stack today? Let's see. I'd love to see one. Let's just see if we can get one. Let's go ahead and drop this off first, though. And then we go from there. All right. Appreciate those that we got here. Yeah, let's roll. Let's do it. Let's get started. Let's see. I wouldn't mind, putting up a 50 spot tonight and having a $150 day. That wouldn't be bad at all. For a Thursday. Yep. It's sunny up here. Yeah, it is sunny, and it's also a little warm too. Right now, it's according to what's in my car, it's 94 degrees. So yeah, that's it's pretty warm. But not only is it that, it's also a little humid. So yeah, that's not good either. So I mean, if it was just the heat, it would be okay. But you add the humidity to it, no, I don't care for that. So it is hot with the air conditioner on. Oh, I do have it on. I always have my air on. But sometimes I don't like to have it on so high to where that's all you guys hear. But I do have it on there. So I do keep it on. And also, I try my best to, when I'm waiting, to stay away from the, face away from the sun, so that not only does my phone not hit it, but also me too, because it gets hot that way as well. So. But yeah, that earlier stream I had today, I had a lot of fun on that stream. It's been a while since, we had that much fun on it. If you haven't seen it, please do check it out, because 4 of the members, 4 of Tiger's team was on there. 4 of them. And that was awesome. It just came to me that was the, that's the team. That's the team. And there'll probably be a couple of audience. Hey, Ninja, how scolds everyone has big cars? I mean, my car, I have an SUV. I don't think it's a gigantic SUV. It just, all it does is just, just gets me from where I need to go. That's all. I don't need a fancy SUV or anything like that. I don't need that. I'm just happy with what I got. You say, Papa Wheelie. No, we don't do that. No, that's something that we don't do in a car. Now, if I had a bicycle, a really good one at that, then that might be something that I could do. But in a car, no, not a chance. Not a chance. Now, this car is too valuable to do something like that, Sario. It's too valuable. I cherish it because it gets me the money that I need. It gets me where I need to go. I've just been thankful for as long as I've had this that it has got me everywhere and hasn't given me too much trouble. So that's compared to a lot of other cars that I've had in the past, to where I've had in the shop more than on the road. And this is one of those that has kept me going. And the only thing that I've had to do is change the oil every 3,000 miles. Because generally, if you do that, then your vehicle will last, because not only do they check your oil, but they also let you know if there's something that needs to be brought to your attention, and you can go ahead and take care of that quickly before it escalates into a bigger problem. And that's one thing that when I got an oil change one time, there was something that was brought to my attention that said, you might want to have this looked at. And I did, and got it fixed. Saved me a bunch of money fixing it then instead of waiting. Because when it comes to, especially something that's your bread and butter as far as making money is concerned, you definitely don't want to have to have something go on the shelf for a while because you didn't take care of something earlier. Yeah, this one I've got to go all the way around the building. Man, I'll tell you what, they got this Wingstop though, and you can smell the corn that they have in here too. I think I smell the corn more than I do the wings. Because they got the wings in one bag and the corn and vegetables in the other bag. Okay, all the way back here. All right, which one? The number. Okay, I think it's one in the middle. No, it's right here at the beginning. Okay, I thought it was in the middle. Okay. I'll go over here then. Okay, is it second, third floor? Hey, Polo, welcome in. We're all different shades of the same color, round table like a cup of coffee. You know, hey, but that's the one thing I like about Grandma Moore. Welcome in. I appreciate that. Yeah, welcome in. I appreciate it. I saw you with, see, yours to be with Sally. Yeah. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Okay, so it's only the first, it's first floor. Very good. Rarely do I ever get any first floor apartments to deliver here. Very rare, but it's a good one. All right, let's go. Be right back, guys. All right. Just got an Aldi order for $11. Okay. It's going 7 miles. So I got to do that. Who needs a workout plan? You always got third floor apartment orders. Yeah, I know. This one was first floor though. I mean, I was surprised at that, but I'm thankful. Yeah. Yeah, rarely in this apartment complex do I ever have a first floor apartment. It's either, most of them are third floor, but, you know, and but some of them are second. But yeah, I was very pleased at that. It's always the first time for everything, at least get some kind of relief as far as that's concerned. All right, let's head down, take the highway, and go down to Aldi. It's I think all they want is like 9 items. That's not too bad. There might be a couple. I think it said it was 9 items, but I think a couple of them were duplicates. So if a couple of them are duplicates, then it's really not as bad as it looks. So I always keep orders with me, so in case I get an Aldi order, I can do it. I'm not liking the 7 miles too much, but I think we can do it. I think part of this also might be the drive down there, because it's quite a bit of a drive to get down there. So I got to take the highway to get down there, and then go over there and shop for.
Turn right onto North Riley Highway, State Route 9.
The one thing I definitely got to do though is be away from the sun while I'm in there taking care of business. All right.
In a quarter mile, turn left to take the State Route 9 South ramp.
Oh yeah, gotta do that. Oh, absolutely. But at least it's after 5. Almost everyone that's been working on these roads should be gone by now. If not, then they'll be gone by 6. But I always go 55 anyway. While I'm there, there's some that don't, but I know I have to, because remember, it's photo enforced. Some people have $150 to pay. Well, I don't. Now we're here getting into the rush hour of things. Now the first rush hour is over there on 44 going towards Broadway Street, but now the second one is everybody coming back this way. Okay. Unlisted World, how's the dashing today? It's pretty good, actually. Yeah, gotta love Indiana construction. Oh gosh, yeah, I can't stand it. Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons why I really don't visit Greensburg that much often now, because of the construction. 74 is a mess. That's why I try to stay away from it. If I absolutely have to go there, then I take the Michigan Road 421 way. That's what I do. Dashing's been pretty good today, Unlisted. I started round 3 with over, with triple digits. That's what my goal is when I start the third round, to make sure that, that I get into triple digits, because then I already made my goal of getting the triple. All I got to do is just add to it. And that's what it is. But with those who contributed into my last live stream, it's almost like I nearly made exactly what I made with that I did with my dashing, if that tells you anything. But I'm very appreciative of it, though. You just have no idea how appreciative I was of that, and how thankful, that I am that there are those that are, that really think a lot of us that do this kind of thing. Because yes, when we do this, we do put our vehicles, in the heat, and we deal with a lot of traffic, and and those with deliveries, making sure everything gets done, everything get on time. Going to Aldi, Sandra. We're going to Aldi to.
In 1 mile, take exit 116.
To get 9 items. I think there might be a couple of them that are duplicate, though. So I think the 9 might be a 13, I think. So I just saw that. And it's going 7 miles after I pick it up. So yeah, I'm not liking the 7 miles too much, but I do like the $11. So I mean, it's not a fantastic order by any means. Let's just say that. But I mean, at least, it is gonna get me $18 and do that within the first hour.
44 South, State Route 9 South toward Shelbyville, Rushville.
It seems like it's, that thing they just like to keep adding words to it every time that, they do an update, and I don't understand that. I basically know how to get here.
Take exit 116.
But if you go down there, straight down there, Grandma Moore, it's a mess. I mean, it's an absolute mess.
In a quarter mile, continue.
And there are those that come to my W2 from down there, and they say they have to leave at least 20, maybe 25 minutes early, because of the construction going back and forth. They hate it. But then they say if they go the other way, it takes just as long, because everyone's thinking the same way, and then the traffic is just as congested coming down that road as it is coming down the highway. So it's like you lose either way. I'm just glad that we're not doing Elite 8 right now, because I would not enjoy that. I just hope that the majority of that is done by that time. But even so, even if it isn't, I can always take the other way to get there. It's not going to bother me. Because, I mean, even with that construction, I've had Uber orders sent me down there, and that didn't bother me one bit.
Progress Parkway.
I mean, the thing about Greensburg and Rushville, for that matter, they're small towns. Get around a lot. You don't have many miles to travel, and you get more orders. It's just I-65 is under. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, 465 too.
Right onto Range Road.
Yeah. Almost every highway is under construction. Almost, it doesn't matter where you go anymore. And then they're trying to find ways in this town. I was just absolutely surprised, and I mean, totally astonished to know that Mayor Joe Hogsett had vetoed the increase in the wheel tax and all of that on your license and registration. I mean, that shocked me. I could not believe that he actually turned that down.
2695 East Range Road, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA will be on the left.
I mean, I was like, man, coming from him? Yeah. Is this your primary income? No, unless they will. I have a W-2 that I also do. I do that, I do that when I'm not doing this. It's just my day off on that, and so I'm doing this. Okay. All right, guys, let's see. Am I right on that? What kind of stuff are they getting? Well, that's not bad at all. I mean, there's a couple of things of ice cream and some and a few drinks. Okay, so that's what it is. That's the extra stuff. All right, I will not be long, guys. I should be back shortly. Let me get my quarter so I can get this. that was real easy for 9 things. Everything was pretty much right there. Okay, let's get a picture of this and let's. All right, 7 miles. Where are we going? There's Dean. Welcome, Dean. Yeah. Good. All right. Okay. All right, it's going towards Rushville, Ray's Crossing. All right, well, that's not too bad. Yeah. So that was part of the, I think part of the 7 miles was going that way. All right, it was coming from all the way up there. I think that's what that was. Okay, so I really didn't lose a whole lot of time with that or too many. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Oh, I love this name. I've never heard of a name like that before, ever. Oh, jeez. What a name, guys. Wow. Okay, then. I've seen lots of weird names, but this one is pretty weird. I don't even know how to pronounce it, let alone see how it's spelled. I don't even want to try. You ever double DoorDash 95? You mean double DoorDash? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, stack orders. Yes, I even do dirty stack orders too. DoorDash and Uber Eats at the same time. I do that also. That's what Dean does. You know, by the way, those of you that are on here, like 95 unlisted, if you are not subscribed to Each Day with Dean or you haven't seen his channel yet, definitely please check his channel out. He's on a mission for 1K. Hopefully we can get him there by the 1st of August, because that's when the birth of his channel is. And you know, especially if you just take a visit and go see what his channel's all about. It's just like mine, only he's very informative, and he has lots of stories to tell. So, you know, once you log in there, you'll be staying for a while with some of the stories that he tells. That's, you know, one of the reasons why I definitely recommend his channel. So and the reason why he called it that way is that he said he takes each day at a time. Because that's how we got to do it, guys. Each day at a time. We can't worry about tomorrow. We can't worry about, you know, what's going on down the week or everything. Take the present day and do your best with it, whatever it is you can do. Yeah, Indy's back. All right, we got 2 of Tiger's, 3 of Tiger's team here. I like that. Yeah, I like that. That's what I like to see. Tornado, Indy, and Dean. 3 of the team is here. I love it. I say, how did you decide to do this for a job? I heard about it. I heard about it through um I just heard about it through word of mouth. You know that those that there were a couple of those at my W-2 that had said that that was something that you could do on the side. You know, since there really wasn't that much overtime going on, they said that was definitely something to do, and I definitely took a chance at that, and I ended up liking it. So, and see, when I started though, I mean, it was way better than it is now. I mean, it wasn't oversaturated with dashers. It wasn't oversaturated. And the orders just kept coming, and you had a higher base pay than you do now. But see, it got so bad with DoorDash, I couldn't just do DoorDash anymore. I had to add Uber to it. So, and without Uber, I wouldn't make anywhere that I made when I first started doing all this. So,
yeah. Drive northeast on State Road 44 for 4 miles.
Yep, that 4 miles is towards Ray's Crossing. So I'll probably be crossing into Rush County before we drop this off. You're at your 10-year anniversary on Uber. Oh, okay. Wow. 10 years on Uber. Let's see. I just had my 5 years on DoorDash. Yeah, because I started I started in 21, I believe. Yeah, I started in 21. Hard to believe it's been 5 years. That 5 years has gone by like that. I've got over, let's see what, 9,200 deliveries on DoorDash. I mean, if I was doing this every day, you know, I probably will have like 12, 13, maybe 14, 12, 13, 14,000 deliveries if I was doing this every day, but I don't do it every day because my W-2. I mean, I only do this like 3 or 4 days a week, a week. So I try to make the best of those 3 to 4 days a week that I do this. Use the cylinders on the sidewall dash to pick up a few customers too. Oh, okay. I mean, it has its ups and downs. I mean, I still enjoy doing it, when it pays halfway decent. But I also love adding Uber with it because because I like the idea of doing a dirty stack. I mean, the one that said that if you're not dirty stacking, you're not living. That was Dashing Maverick. I haven't seen, he's, put on maybe a couple of videos, like over a month ago, but he's just, kind of laying back and not doing as much like he used to. But that too is also a fantastic channel. Only he's on a different team. It's like Unlisted World 95. Yeah. Well, you're speaking of 95. That's what's in my car right now, 95 degrees. Speaking of 95, it's 95 degrees. That's what it says in my car right now. It's 95 degrees. That's pretty warm, guys. Pretty warm. So what I'm about to go up to, it says I'm only a couple minutes away, so it's not that bad.
In 1 mile, turn left onto North 600 East.
Yeah, this was not bad at all. I mean, this was worth the $11 taking it. It was easy shop, easy drop off. Nothing to it. I was surprised that was so easy. In fact, some of that stuff that normally I would have to look all over the place for, sitting right there in front of me. Doesn't get any better than that. Downright hot with no AC. Oh, I know. Hey, I think I've had this person before.
Turn left, north 600 east.
Now that you look at it, it's either that or the neighbor. I remember this street now. Let's see.
In 800 feet, 2090 north 600 east, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA will be on the right.
I think I remember this. If it's the person I'm thinking of. If there's a up here, then yeah.
2090 north 600 east, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA is on the right.
Okay. It's this one. All right. I remember it, guys. All right, hang on. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to take it. Anyway. All right, let me drop this off. All right. Yeah, there's Frank again. All right, Frank, thank you again for joining. Yeah, that was, yeah. I remember this house because it was the last time I, parked into church to turn around because I couldn't find the house at first because I was coming from another direction. That's what that was. Okay. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, instead of they had me go over to the side door because their front door, they haven't trimmed the bushes or anything up there. So I guess they don't want anybody going to the front door for whatever the reason. Whatever. That's all I can say as far as that's concerned. Okay. All right. So now we're heading back. Window is your secret weapon. Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, we all should have one. Exactly. Yeah, this could be some bad signal out here. That's one of the reasons why sometimes I don't like to go down these country roads at the very beginning, because they can be bad. They can be bad signal. Thing is, it is 4 miles back, but it's really not that bad. God, I got an order already. Jimmy John's. Now, where's that going? Wonderful. All right, well, it's going, I think it's going to the truck stop up there at
Drive southwest on State Road 44 for 2 miles.
It's a lot of miles just to get up here as we're going to Jimmy John's. All right. Yeah, it's going to the truck stop up there. They just want to give you these orders when you're, I mean, I don't know. I mean, why are they deciding to give me these orders when I'm far away from where it is I need to be? I mean, sure, I got to go back that way anyway, but still, you know, I wasn't even anywhere near down here and they give me the order. I'm sure there were others that were closer that they could have given that order to. But we'll just go ahead and take it, I guess. But I think it's going to the truck stop up there. And rarely do I ever get any DoorDash Jimmy John's. I'm usually getting Uber Jimmy John's, but I'm getting a DoorDash Jimmy John's today. I guess so. All right.
Parkway.
Alright. Just gotta make sure, slow down, make sure they're not turning too far. Yeah. Alright.
Left onto Progress Parkway, then turn right.
All right. Man, I just cannot believe that they're asking me to get an order. I'm way far away from there. I mean, I was at least 3 miles away from Jimmy John's here. Then I just got to go drive there, go up Michigan Road up to the truck stop, so.
Turn right, then turn right.
All right. All right, here we go.
Marketplace Boulevard, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA will be on the right.
Okay, somebody backing in there, I guess.
Drive northwest. Then 2400 Marketplace Boulevard, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA will be on the left.
Okay. No place to park up there, so I guess I'm going to have to go here. All right. Be right back. All right. Took a little longer than I wanted, but they put together the wrong order. Okay. All right. 3 for 140 tomorrow. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be taking a little trip to go up there now. All right. So I'm going to charge that up a little bit on my way up there, since I can't take the highway. Okay. Oh, I think I know who this person is. He's right on the corner. Let me see. Yeah. Up the wooden ramp and a sliding glass door. Please don't open the gate. Okay. I know who this guy is. I know exactly who this guy is. Yeah. Yeah, the last dasher did something that really upset him. And he was hesitant about ordering again. And we had a little discussion about it. As I told him, I said, you know, I follow directions unlike some people. I mean, there's just some people that go out there and don't want to follow directions. I get it. I mean, I know exactly. I know exactly who this guy is. Yep. He's a nice guy, too. I'm just, you know, a little bit disappointed that, you know, my fellow dashers didn't want to do what they were asked to do. Yeah. They opened up, you know, there's a gate that he said don't open up that they opened up. I don't know. I just don't understand it. I don't know how some people can do this and, you know, pay no attention to the directions and just do what they want to do. The same way I don't understand how some dashers can just, you know, take the food or groceries and put it right in front of the storm door that the customer has to open up. I don't understand that either. I mean, that right there is totally ridiculous. I don't know how anybody could do that. When you know very well that they have to open the door and it knocks the food and drink over, they got to go around the, you know, they, you know, take a chance with that, or they just go out and have to go out the back door to go get it. And that's frustrating. I wouldn't want to do that. DoorDash, $12 for 7 miles. Well, that's kind of what I have. That's kind of what this is, Dean. Kind of what I'm doing. Yeah. I mean, I don't like the idea of going to Fairland, but I mean, at least it's, but at least I know where I'm at. And they'll probably, while I'm up there, they'll probably give me a Dollar General up there and tell me to take it somewhere else up there. Yeah, as soon as I turn the corner, I really believe it's the first guy that was over there, because when I went up to through Fairland the other day, I, you know, looked at that house and I thought, you know, yeah, I remember that guy. I think it's the one I'm delivering to today. Yeah. I just can't believe that somebody would open the gate. Oh, I'll tell you, some people, I don't know. Oh, it's just a job. I mean, service don't mean anything to me. Service means everything, guys. It just does. It's the difference of you having a job tomorrow or not having a job tomorrow, because you lose a lot of points for being negligent. You get 1-star customer service ratings. Maybe you don't care about that. Or you you also get bad quality ratings, especially if you know, the product that you did, the customer, you know, ended up spilling their stuff on account of you not putting it where it is. That counts against you. You just can't do that stuff, guys. You just can't. You got to give, you know, what they say, you know, at least some slight care for taking care of you know, your customers. The better your service, you have a better chance of getting the 5-star ratings and even extra tips on top of it, which is what I like to do. You never know how far your service is going to go, but it's all up to you as to how you want to handle it. you handle it properly, you get good things come out of it. But if you decide not to and just think it's just a job, well, there's consequences behind it. But is it the consequences you want? Frequent customer, yeah. Like I said, what do we do without our frequents? I mean, I've had this guy, I think, only one time. But I mean, if I have him again, I mean, would I really consider him a frequent customer? Well, I guess you would, because I've had him before. So you're going to buy Chinese. Oh, okay. Yeah, that don't sound too bad. That don't sound too bad at all, Frank. That doesn't sound too bad for that tonight at all. I haven't had that in a while. Having to go this way, but it's a lot better for me to go this way than to have to go another direction and do something that I don't really want to. If that ramp's closed, there's nothing I can do. I have to go this way. And I'm sure the DoorDash will argue about it. Ramp to 465 to 74 is closed. Have to take a detour. I hate to use that rebuttal, but if they don't get the message by now that that's a closed ramp, well, I don't know what to say. I'm sure every dasher in this town has said that, so. You think if every dasher would say that, they would get the message, hey, you can't, the ramp to 74 is closed. Just leave us alone. Let us do our own thing without having to argue about it. Okay. Yeah, what have we got? Since Sunday. Hey, all right, thank you, Literal Prepper. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. You guys have been extremely generous today. I really appreciate that. I really do. You guys have no idea what that means to me. Okay. Going to take the highway going up there. I'm going to take the Michigan roadway. I can get there just as fast. And take frontage road, because frontage road will take me away from all of that traffic up there. See, I missed it if you mentioned my orders tomorrow. I think I did say something about that. I said, you got $140. That's awesome. I'd love to, do a catering order and make that much. It's hard for me to make that in one day, let alone in a catering order. That's why I want to get back up to 96% on my acceptance rate, so that I can So I can qualify for that again, but they've just been sending me a bunch of garbage lately. Orders that no Dasher or Uber driver in their right mind would take. A lot of miles for very little pay, and that's not gonna work. I mean, I didn't really like the idea of doing this, but it's maybe this guy will remember me. I don't know. It's been a while. I mean, I didn't remember. Let's see. Were we doing the contest back then? I think we were very early in the contest, I think, last year. Yeah. And I'm not sure if I was live at the time. It might have been. I don't know. Because I think I remember something about how he was upset about how his last deliveries were. But yeah, I mean, I like, that idea. I mean, I'm just not sure where I'm going to be going tomorrow. We just have to see. Happy Brar, welcome, appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for joining, Happy Brar. Yeah, welcome to the chat. I appreciate it, guys. Always appreciate it, especially those who have visited before. I certainly appreciate you guys doing it. Thank you. Yeah, we've had a little bit of fun today on these dashes. We really did. If you ask Dean, we had a really good time on that earlier dash today. Play the music a couple times for the team on there from Toronto. Okay, I think I remember that. Yeah, welcome from Toronto, Maple Leafs and Blue Jays country. Yeah, I like that. Always remember the 92 and 93 Blue Jays teams. Let's see. Faster for me to go this way. I know it would. Yeah, I remember Jack Buck saying, "Touch 'em all, Joe." I remember him saying that. When he hit that walk-off home run to win the series. Touch 'em all, Joe. Yeah, I remember that. I think that was one of the most exciting things to ever happen for that team. But they did have the team then, though. They did. Those 2 years, they did. Way up here. I don't think they forget from where I had to go. Your expedite rating 90 to 100 for Admiral. Oh, okay. Well, that's you're up around that area. That's good. You want to stay in the 90s. I just don't like seeing this 95 that's on my dashboard. For the temperature. I don't really care for that. It's just too hot. There's Carol. Yeah. Guys, this is the one that really that really went all off for me today, and I made this I made a live stream on behalf of you, Carol, because that was what you did was absolutely phenomenal, and you have no idea how much I appreciate that. You have absolutely no idea. And so I did this dash on behalf of that, between you and Heather and Dean and Luke. You guys made it happen. I appreciate y'all. We got a truck sitting on Is that a truck sitting on the ramp? Wonder why it's sitting on the ramp. Huh. There it goes. What's the Amazon truck sitting on the ramp for? That's not a good thing. That's not a good place to be sitting out. Some of these people turn the corner. They don't see, they're not paying attention. They don't see that truck. It's like, wait a minute now. All right, I can make this. Yeah, that was a good thing I did that. Yeah. Yeah. Are you in Indiana? Yes, I am in Indiana. Absolutely. I am, yes. Okay, I'm getting real close to this guy here. I just got to do that. I got to get past the flashing sign up here. Yeah, I was there on America July the 4th. Yeah, okay. As like I always said, come once a year. Yeah, well, you saw the firework. If you saw the fireworks show, Happy Burr, I was in Fortville. That's where the fireworks is. I mean, yeah, downtown Indianapolis, they have their own thing. Okay, and I'm not going to take anything away from that, but Fortville, yeah, you saw it from the very first one that came out. Yeah, from the very first one that came out, that started there. That's where it happens, right there. People will drive 1 or 2 hours to go there and watch the Fortville fireworks. They'll drive that far. They will. Because it's always a good show. It's always a good show there. I just wanted everyone to see for themselves just how great a show it was. And even if you weren't there in person, you could at least take the time to take a look at it and see, hey, it was an incredible show, and they do it all the time. You drive 9 miles from Toronto. That's how long it takes, 9 hours? Well, gee, it takes a shorter time to get to Toronto, than it does to get to, shorter time to get to Toronto than it does to get to Gulf Shores, Alabama. Wow, 9 hours. I'm gonna have to go north or something. Wow. Okay. All right, sir. Ready to have it done the right way? I am going to open up your gate. Should be the very first place right up here when I turn. Sliding door. Yeah. Okay. Yep, there he is right there. Yep. All right. Put this on. Yep. Yeah, the reason why they want to put it in the gate so they can take a picture of the sign. That's what that is. Or take a picture of the number. Okay. Yeah, no clue I did two shipped orders. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Are you going to give me a cutting edge or a Dollar General while I'm here? Hope not. I really don't want to be here. I don't like being up this far, to be honest. I just don't, because then, and I really don't want to take any Uber orders up here, because what they're going to try to end up doing is trying to get me to take an order that goes up here that's going to go all the way to New Palestine. They did that one time. They had me take a cutting edge pizza down here and drive it all the way over to, and take it all the way down over to New Palestine, and then I had a couple of New Palestine ones over there, and then they wanted to send me somewhere else. I said, no, I've had enough of that. We're not going too deep into Indianapolis. That's, you set me up for that, man. We're not doing that. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute here. Now what do we got? All right, now I got to go to Texas Corral. Now where's that going? What is this with you guys doing, giving me all these, giving me these orders way far away from town? What's up with that? My goodness, I got to travel all the way down there. I've never done a Texas Corral. Let's see, do I like to fish? Oh, I enjoy fishing when I get the opportunity. Okay, so if I'm going to do that, then I need to go all the way down towards where McDonald's is and go that way, because then I'm going to have to get on Bassett Road and go down there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to end up having to do. Okay. Either that, or I can take frontage road again. I could take the highway, but the thing is, if I did, maybe it would be faster for me to take the highway. The only thing is I have to turn to the left and then go up in that way backwards. Yeah. Because I'm kind of backtracking if I do that, but yet at the same time, they say, well, it's all you're on time rate. Yeah, but you're sending me the order when I'm way out here. I don't know what you're doing that for, but that's exactly what you're doing. I don't understand that. You're not even giving me a chance to do Uber tonight. Texas Corral is way out there. The only place you love in Indianapolis, peace, quiet, nice place ever. Yeah, the parts of Indianapolis that it is peaceful. I can't say anywhere really near downtown, though. Can't really say that. But Indianapolis is ranked as one of the worst places to live. High crime rate. For a long time it was in the top 5, but now I think it got to number 1. If it passed St. Louis, then that's not good. Yeah, but busy area, that's an understatement. That's a big understatement. That's why, I lived in Indianapolis for the longest time. I got tired of it. I got tired of the traffic. I got tired of the city life. I decided I wanted to go rural. I just got fed up. And I went rural years ago and never looked back. I would never live in Indianapolis again. The rural life is the better life. It just is. Yeah, guys, now you see the sign. It says 55. Yep. Suggests that you be going it. You work 9 hours beginning. No, not every day. No, I have a W2. Like this week, I worked my W2 Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. Now next week, I'll be working my W2 Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it's a rolling schedule like that. And then, then take, 2 or 3 days to come out here and do this, depending on what week I'm doing. So. New York is too crowded. I said, exactly, expensive. Yeah, I just got tired of it. I just did. The rural life, the better life. It's just what I found. Yeah, rarely do I ever get any Texas corrals, but now I have to go on this one street up here and turn into it because it's right in where there's a bunch of doctor's offices. I don't know why they would put this place where there's a bunch of doctor's offices. It almost seems like it defeats the purpose. It's almost like it's saying an inadvertent message that no one wants to, that wants to get. Okay, I'd say we're pretty good there with that. I think 85 is plenty. All right, I already see what's going on here. So it's not letting me chart it up there. So what I'm going to have to do, it's not going to make sure that nobody's around there. Okay. All right. So now I have to go up here. Now what we got? 2 of them at Texas Corral. Okay, I guess I'm taking this first one.
Drive north on North Riley Highway, State Route 9. Then, in 500 feet, turn left onto Intelleplex Drive.
Yeah, I have to go in here with all these doctor's offices. I don't understand that at all. Okay. I don't know why they would put this here.
Make a left U-turn to Intelleplex
Drive,
if permitted. Then 2103 Intelleplex Drive, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA will be on the right.
I just don't understand. Why would you put a steakhouse right next to a pharmacy place here? I don't know. To me, it defeats the purpose.
Then, in 200 feet, turn right.
Okay. I'm going to take this off here for a second, guys, because I think this is a little warm. I'm going to, since I'm here, I know very well that this is not going to be ready, so I'm just going to cool this down a little bit, because I know these orders are not ready. Probably going to have to bring one at a time. I think one of those names I think I remember real well. I believe it's the second one. It was starting, yeah. I thought so. As soon as I can get this cooled off, then I'll go ahead and go in there. Yeah, I know those orders are not ready. Because it looks pretty crowded in there. This is only a Thursday night. Just need a couple minutes. There we go. Alright, cooled off pretty good there. Alright, let's get it back up here. Alright, let me go get this real quick, guys. Alright. This thing is, can get very aggravating at times. Alright. Alright. I'll be right back. you what, I was that close to dropping the second one. That's just ridiculous. There's a party of 20 in there that they're arguing, trying to figure out where they're going to sit. They spent so much time with that, that they just totally forgot about the order that I had. And when I get when they say how did the service go at the end, I'm going to put a thumbs down, and I'm going to tell them this place is more concerned about seating a 20 top than it is getting these orders out that may or may not have already been ready. Very disorganized there. Extremely disorganized. Yeah. All right. Okay, yeah, first one is on the way down there, so that's fine. Yeah. Very disappointing. It just, they're all wondering, there's 20 people in there, and they're trying to figure out where they're going to sit. One server's arguing about, they say, there's not enough room in my section. It was absolute unnecessary trying to figure out where everybody's going. And in the meantime, I'm sitting here waiting on these two orders, because when I went in there, the one lady, told me, she said, oh, this order is almost done. Yeah, here, 12 minutes later, it's finally done, but you guys are spending too much time arguing with one another about where these people are going to be sat? Hey, OTC, welcome in. Maybe they came in unannounced. Who knows? That happens. Because there are some parties that do that, and it is frustrating. Because I've had that happen when I was a server. There'd be, like on Sundays, there would be parties of 12, 15, 16 that would come in. They would come out of church. You didn't know they were coming or not. They just decided to show up out of nowhere. Then, with what you have in there, you got to try to figure out where you're going to put everybody, so that everybody can sit together, or at least the best way they possibly can to sit together. And I understand that, but I think it was completely disorganized. Have you had to give out technical files lately? Well, unless I'm doing the ladies basketball. No, I haven't. No, I'm not. We're not doing that right now, because we're not in a contest like that. No. No, that was totally ridiculous. Because it just sounded like, a host person and a bunch of servers, trying to figure out how to get something done, when a front of the house manager could have solved that probably in 2 seconds. As I know, one that I worked with a long time ago, he would have solved that in like 3 seconds. He said that this is the way we're going to do it. There's no need in arguing over it. Because all you're doing is showing, that if you guys are going to argue and you guys are going to bicker about where somebody's going to sit or who's going to get it or whatever the case may be, you're just showing disrespect to them. And I said, we're here to serve the guests, regardless of whether or not they came in unannounced. We still have, they are still our guests, because he called them guests, not customers. He called them guests. They're still our guests. We still have to, be respectful to them and do the best that we can to satisfy them, regardless of the situation they put us in. You got to make the best of it. Yeah. Oh, he was a great boss to work for. He was. He had it together, and he said, and he would have solved that problem, instantly. He would have told him, I said, guys, this is how we're going to do it. Okay, no need to say who's going to get it or whatever the case may be. I'm the manager here. I decide who gets it. Okay, take it or leave it. And he was like, he said, if you don't like what I choose, there's the door. That's how he was. He wasn't trying to be rude or disrespectful. He was just, he was just being blunt about how things worked under his management. If you didn't like it, then you knew what you had to do. Otherwise, but he was one that you would respect because, he wasn't mean or obnoxious. He just had a certain way as to how he did things, and you either did it his way or the highway. That's how it was. It's just like Uchiyama said in the movie, must be my way or the highway. That's how he was. That would have snapped his finger, that would have solved every single problem. Even if you had to sit it in one section and the servers had to split it, whatever had to happen, that's how he did it. Yeah, my brother, he's a restaurant manager. I said, yeah, that's good. H is on welcome. Thank you. Yeah. But I liked working for him because, I said, you either did it his way, and that's just the way it was. Yeah. I said, you don't stand inside the business and bicker over who gets what. That's not how a business is run. He's up here waiting for it. I believe he's the second one, so let me go ahead and get it. Okay, now where this is going, should I do it? Let's see. I'm just curious, which way are you going to have me go take this one? Because this is, how are you having me?
Drive south on North Tompkins Street. Then, in 600 feet, turn right onto Washington Street.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought you were going to do. That's exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. I think that's the smart way to go.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto South Miller Street.
I just hate driving in the sun again, though. That I don't really care for. Yeah, there's just no need for, monopolization. I mean, a party of 20, you really should share anyway. Now, there was one guy that I worked for, that didn't believe in that. He believed that he could do 40 people at one time. And they just let him.
Drive west on West Washington Street.
Okay.
Then, in 900 feet, turn left onto Montgomery Street.
Yeah, this is the way we're supposed to go. Yeah. A lot faster. I can just go straight up Montgomery instead of turning down there where you wanted me to turn. I can get there just as fast.
Montgomery Street.
Yeah.
Then turn left.
All right.
Turn left onto West Broadway Street.
Why? Where? Are you having me go the opposite direction? It would have been better to go this way.
In 900 feet,
Oh, they're
turn
insisting
right onto
I go
South
on.
Miller Street.
They're insisting I go Miller Street. All right, well, whatever. Could have got there Miller Avenue too. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Turn right onto South Miller Street.
Oh well, we'll see.
Continue for 1.5 miles.
Yeah, I know this guy here. He ain't gonna be too thrilled that it took that long, but yeah. I'll just tell him the same thing I told that guy up there, that, you know, they're too busy worried about who's going to get a seat of 20 people. My gosh. But I was in the restaurant business. I saw both ends of it. Another frequent customer, yeah. Hey, there's Terry. You said Terry? Yeah, it is. All right. Hey, Terry, welcome. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Terry, had you been in my first live stream, I would have had all of you there on this, the whole team on the live stream. I had every one of them was there except you. But that's okay. We all have our own thing. You're here now. That's what counts. Yeah. That's what counts. You got you and Tornado and Indy and Dean right now. Yeah, we're just missing Salty and Queen, yeah. And that's the whole team. Yep. See, Dean put it up. Team Tiger. Yep, that's what you guys are. Yeah, I posted that because, you know, that's exactly the way. Yeah, that's the way it was. Yeah, you were working. Oh, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I saw that you were. That you were live when I put that post out, so yeah, I saw that. So at least it has that on record that you were live at the time. I guess it's having me go this back way or something. I don't know. I didn't think it was going to have me go this way, but maybe it knows something I don't. Yeah, then you made lunch. Yeah. Yeah, we all got to work. It's just how it is. Bills don't get paid unless you work. That's just the way it is. Just because you're tired and don't feel like doing anything, it doesn't stop the bills from coming. You got to take care of things.
In a quarter mile, enter the roundabout and take the second exit onto South Miller Street.
You got the team, Derry. You got the team. You all have Tiger's personality. You all have been through things, and you know you've got it.
Enter the roundabout and take the second exit onto South Miller Street.
Yeah. It's like Roy Orbison said in his song, "You got it." Yep. Only he said it in a different way. As far as the team is concerned, yeah, he's right. You got it.
Continue for 4 miles.
Look what this is work. Oh yeah, it's gig work. Yeah, that's what it's called. Gig work, right? Gig work. Yeah. If work's at the end of it, I would say it's work, is it not? I would think so. Yeah. I think you guys will really go far in this upcoming contest. I just got to get a third platform. That's just all I got to do. I just got to figure out what it is. If Spark isn't ready for me yet, then it's got to be something. Like I said, maybe I'll try Grubhub. Maybe if that's the case, I might have to wait again. But then again, I could try Roadie too. Who knows? I got to do something. Charity work, yeah. That is work also. Maybe charity work, even if you don't get paid for it. Yes, it's still work. You're right. Exactly. You have Platinum Pass. You need to use it or lose it. yeah, you don't want to lose them. You know, if you're on the brink of dropping a tear, that's the time to use it. Yeah, it's what that's what I call the Aaron's Lucky Dog free pass. That's the NASCAR term for Mike Joy. That's what he called it, the Aaron's Lucky Dog free pass. I use NASCAR terms because, you know, like I said, it's racing season. That's what I enjoy. I mean, I always like NASCAR, even though a lot of the big names are done, you know, and have retired. I still enjoy it, even though it's a bunch of young ones today. Yeah, your gold currently. Well, now's the time to use it. Yeah, if you got the free pass, you might as well use it. You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose it. They're good for a couple of years. Yeah, I've got I've got one. I've got like 3 myself. I just have yet to you know, I always try to keep my stuff in good standing. You know, to know when to hold and to know when to fold on all those other things that I've been doing. It isn't easy. You know, when you're out here, you're always faced with decisions. You just do what you can to protect your ratings. I know in times it's hard to do, but you got to do it. I said being platinum, Terry, means you already lost it. Oh, man. You know, I'm platinum on both, on Uber and on DoorDash. I'm platinum on both. I mean, I really haven't had a chance to do any Uber tonight at all because DoorDash has kept me busy. You know, I'm far away from the restaurants, and they're giving me all this double digits, but yet I'm far away. I mean, I still have to go back to the town anyway that I'm going in, but they're giving me the orders from far distance instead of close by. Yeah, you haven't done Uber in 3 months. Oh, really? Just catering? Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, catering sounds like, you know, it'd be wonderful. I'd love to do some catering myself. Catering is where the money is these days, from what I understand. I just got to get myself back to 96% on DoorDash so that I can at least qualify for that catering. But because of the junk they've been giving me lately, I'm back to 92% right now, but I was at 91, and then after all I did today, I went back up to 92. I still got 4% to go. It's probably going to take me a little bit. It's just when they keep sending you junk that nobody would take, you know, what choice you got? Yeah, your vampire job, yeah. The phlebotomy, yeah. Yeah, I get it. But I tell you what, it's a great job to have. You know, if you know that it's something that you can do, and it's, you know, I mean, you've got the jobs, you really do. Catering and that, yeah, you've pretty much got it made. I know that you know, there's times that you've had to not, you know, do anything for, you know, for certain reasons. But
bear right onto West 500
we all go through stuff. That's just how it is. Yeah, wait a minute. Now I'm going through. So this is the back way that they want me to go down here. I mean, I never thought that you could go back this way.
Bear right onto West 500 South.
I'm only a minute away, so I guess the address is down here, maybe?
Continue for a half mile. Onto Columbus Road.
Never knew that Miller Street took you here. Never knew it. I'll bet it's that second house up there.
Turn left onto Columbus Road. 5035 South Columbus Road, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA will be on the right.
Oh, it's that next one.
South Columbus Road, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA is on the right.
Okay. Well, they tell you, oh, I've had these people before. Yeah, I just came from the other direction. Yeah, okay. Well, they left their gate open because they said they don't want any, they don't want anyone trespassing. Okay, now which door do they want me to go? There's 2 doors here. Which one do they want me to go to? I'll look at the picture and see which door it is. I imagine it's that first one. Okay, let's see. It's the one with the table. That's what I figured. Okay. All right. Be right back, guys. Well, even in the next hour, I will have made what I normally would make in a 3-hour period, $45. Yeah. Wow. If it's going to dinner, they should notify the restaurant before they get there so they accommodate. It's easier on them, make it easier for everyone. Well, yeah, absolutely. But there's just some customers who care about that. Because that happened all the time. There will be parties of those with cheerleaders, players, parents and all of them. Yeah, they'll just come in unannounced and say, hey, we got a party of 16, 18, or whatever the case may be. And all the servers and everyone, and they're looking at each other, okay, how are we going to do this? How are we going to get everybody together? That's not easy. But that one supervisor, the one manager that I worked for, prior to the last place I worked, he was, you got to make it happen. You got to roll with it. Just because, they weren't courteous enough to tell us ahead of time, we still got to take care of them as if we did. It doesn't give us an excuse to tell them, hey, we can't do this or we can't seat you together. No, we can't do that. That is not, that's not professionalism. Because he was more of a professionalism type. Even though the restaurant business wasn't really considered professional, he wanted it treated that way. But I agree, Carol. I mean, there should be some courtesy there. But in the place that I worked at, when churches let out, they would just show up like that. Parties of 10, parties of 12, parties maybe even more than that. But we had to make it happen. We had to show them. And sometimes we may have had to tell them, you may not all sit together. Had you given us, a little bit of, a heads up ahead of time, we might have been able to accommodate that better. But, maybe you just decided on the spur of the moment, and if that's what you did, then, hey, we're going to live with that. But, you may not get exactly what you want because you did that. But we'll still take care of you anyway, regardless, even if you all can't sit together. And they've had to do that. They had to do that a lot. But, regardless, people are people. They'll do whatever they want. Some of them don't even consider that kind of thing. And if they don't, well, that's just who they are. They'll just come in and just, come in unannounced and say, hey, we need this done. Still got to do it. Because not only, does it affect your business, but it also affects your reputation. And that was the one thing that that manager was like. It was all about reputation. He wanted the reputation that said, no matter what you're going through here, no matter what circumstances have been or what hand you've been dealt, you got to handle it in the most professional way that you can, because we got to keep our reputation. Because if there's those that come in unannounced and say, hey, it was handled this way, they'll tell your friends, hey, we came in unannounced, but they found a way to take care of us, and there was no fuss, no nothing. It was handled the proper way. I recommend that you eat at this place because of the professionalism that was there. That's how he wanted it handled. Just period. That's just the way he was. Like I said, I've been there. I know exactly what it's like. I've seen it from both sides. And I think some people will understand better if they do see it from both sides. Customers might understand it better if they saw it from the server side, if they were servers themselves. And then the servers, on the other hand, would want to see it from the customer side if they wanted to be customers themselves and see what they had to do. If they saw both sides of it, then maybe both sides might change their mind about how things run. Because it goes both ways. And I know there are a lot of those, some that I know, a lot of servers that I've known that have said this. That even there should be some, those that are that should be, if they're involved in community service, they should serve in a restaurant or serve in a fast food or whatever the case may be, as their community service, so they can see just how it is from the customer's viewpoint. It might teach them how to live right. Because there's those that I know that have said, you haven't seen anything unless you have served the public, in a restaurant situation, whether it be fast food or Applebee's or a major place, like Texas Corral. You see what it's like, and maybe you learn to appreciate life better from both sides. Both sides. Gold coin. Thank you, Terry. Yeah, let's give Terry a cheer for that. Yeah, there was someone that gave something earlier. Let's give him a cheer for that. I never did do that cheer, did I? Let's go ahead and give the cheers, guys. Here we go. Thank you very much for that, Terry. And for who it was that gave it earlier, I apologize for not having it done. Of course, I was busy with orders, but better late than never. Oh, we got an order. Interrupted it. All right. Okay, I have to stop because I got to see what that order is. Kendall's Tavern, right straight down the line. Okay. Right straight down the road.
Drive
Okay.
north on South Miller Street, then enter the roundabout and take the second exit onto
Well,
South
at least
Miller
it's
Street.
straight down here. It's only going 2.1 miles. That's not bad. Okay, sorry for that interruption, but DoorDash just wants to keep me busy tonight for whatever the reason, and not even give me a chance to turn Uber on. Well, maybe I'll make it up with Uber tomorrow. You never know. In general, just be kind to one another. Exactly. There's a right way to handle things and a wrong way to handle things. There's no room for arguing as to who gets what. Learn to share the wealth. Learn to understand from the customer's viewpoint, whether they're in the wrong or, whether they did something you approved of or didn't approve of.
United States will be on
They're
the
still
right.
customers. You're a customer too. That's the one thing, that's another manager that I worked for said, that he called them guests. He said, you're a guest too. Okay. Put yourself in that place. If you were a guest and this situation was presented to you, how would you react? How would you react as a
1304
guest?
South Miller Street, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176-2425.
And then when he said that to the workers, they kind of sat there and thought, yeah, if you were the guest, how would you want to be treated? All right, let me go here in this tavern and go pick this up. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's $5, but it's only going a couple of miles. All right, here we go. Well, that took a little longer than I had hoped. But there were 2 other dashers in there waiting for orders like I was. All right, there's Dex again. Hey, Dex. Yeah. Sorry, I had to wait for a long time on that order. Yeah. I wouldn't have taken that if I'd known it was going to take that long, even though I know exactly where this is going. It's going to my W-2 because it's somebody I work with. Only they're doing overtime because they're in a position to where they're short-handed on people. I was never trained in that spot, so I couldn't do it. But they need overtime people bad in the worst way, and yeah, I can go this way or I can go this way. It'd probably be better for me to go this way. I can stay away from the sun. Yeah. Yeah, he's probably wondering, you know, it's, well, at least he'll get it by, you know, by break time. So he's wondering, is my order going to get here by 8 o'clock? I said, yeah, it should. I'm sorry that it took so long, but they're just, I don't know what happened, but they're just, everybody seems to be slow tonight for some reason. Yeah, Dax, I saw that post that you put out, and I said another one. Man, I'll tell you what, it's, what seems to be going on anymore? I don't know. Seems like anytime, you know, like I said, you don't know anything, like that's what I say. I don't watch the news or you know, read anything or anything of that nature. If something important happens, you'll hear about it anyway. And I heard about it from Dax. So, yeah, oh man, I'll tell you what. Those that you grew up watching and stuff, they're, one day they're here, the next day they're not. I'm devastated. I only traveled many miles together. You can tell in the photos. Oh yeah, I'll bet you. You know, I'll bet you are. I mean, it was bad enough with Hogan last. You know, now this one. I mean, it just, I don't know, man. I mean, you know, I could tell by those photos you guys, you know, did did things together. Yeah. And it's stuff that you don't forget. It was your, you know, it was, even though in a sense it was work or whatever the way that you looked at it, it was still a part of your life. Something you'll never forget. Those are memories that you will carry forever. And when the physical part of that is done, you know, I mean, it doesn't erase the memory, but it makes you feel like there's a part of you that's empty because that person's no longer here. But the memory will you know, the memory will never go away though. Condolences to his family and those who were a part of his life. Man, I didn't need a truck to be doing this. I got to park over by Village Pantry. But that's a part of your life that'll never fade. And the thing is, when something like that happens, then all of a sudden those memories and those things, they all resurface just like that. Because you don't want to think about them not being here. You want to think about the times that you were happy with them here. You don't want to think about that other part because you're absolute in shock over that. It's the shock that's that's going to stay with you for a little bit. Shared many rental cars, hotel rooms, and wrestled each other dozens of times. Yeah. But I mean, it's it's a business. It's it's someone that they say it may seem like and it's really not. I mean, it is work. Then again, it isn't. I mean, it's how you perceive it. But it's still someone that you spent time with, someone that you worked with, someone that you did events together, and then when all of a sudden you find out they're no longer here, all the memories resurface, and then the shock comes and says, I can't believe that this person's no longer here. Everybody felt that way about the Hulkster. I mean, when that news came out, everybody was like, what? He probably thought that he pretty much took care of himself. But things just happen, and you don't know. That's why I say, take care of yourselves now while you can, because you have no idea. You don't know when that time is. And that's why I say, I always emphasize, when you don't know, you got to live your best now, and try to make the best of the time that you have. So many people don't do that. All right, I'm going to drop this off over here, and I'll be right back. All right. Well, with it being almost 8, guys, that's going to basically do it. Made over $200 today. Phone call to catch you later. You have a great evening. Thank you, Terry. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. As always, I'll be visiting your lives at some point when next time you go live. I'll probably make a little stop on myself. All right. Yeah, I'm about to sign off anyway because it is 8. I've had a day today. I made over $200 today, and I'm very pleased at that. Is Dean on? I don't know. Let me see. I can find out real quick. Let me see. Hang on. Sometimes he is at night, sometimes he isn't. I don't know. We'll see. Let's turn this on and see if he is. Well, I can't do that unless I turn that in. Okay. Sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, Nicole's on though. Might check her out. Mama Gigs is on too. Yeah, definitely watch that. Those are some other good channels, guys. Now, I'm not sure that Dean's on. Hey, Sarah, welcome in. Thank you for joining. You got in just in time, Sarah, but so you can share some of that money. I said, I'll tell you what, though, I wasn't expecting to get that. I mean, to get over $200 on a Thursday, but of course I had some help from you guys, though, so that's what counts on that. But even so, with everything that I made today, I mean, I still made over $150. So, yeah. That's not bad for a Thursday. Not at all. Only one Uber order, and it was $20. And now I'm getting an invitation to go ahead and dash again, but no, I'm not doing that. So yeah, I've got some things I got to do. I'm going to get back doing it again tomorrow. But Carol, thank you again. You were one of the biggest contributors today. You were the one that basically put me over the 200 mark, and I can't thank you again. Can't thank you enough. That was very kind of you, and I'll always remember that. And thank you very much once again. I will be back again tomorrow, guys. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going yet. I'll have to decide that from the spur of the moment. There's a couple of places that I go that I do pretty good. But that'll be decided then. Yeah, I usually stop around 8 o'clock because usually around 8 things kind of slow down a little bit, and all these places here in town close at 9 o'clock during the week because this is a town that's early to bed, early to rise. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why a lot of these restaurants here and stuff close down at 9, because that's the way the town is. There's only a select few places that are open, like McDonald's. McDonald's stays open. Even Taco Bell doesn't stay open late like it used to. Now it closes at 9. It usually stayed open till like 10 or 11, but not anymore. They closed at 9. Yeah. So really the only places that will stay open is McDonald's or Wendy's, or, you know, these two in particular. Yeah. And I think there might be like some Dollar Generals that might stay open until 10 or something. I don't know. But that's basically all you got. And that's not, Burger King stays open until 10. So, yeah. But other than that, it's really not worth it. I mean, I'm not going to sit around here and wait all night for all that. I'd just rather get up in the morning and start again. That's what I would rather do. because I'm more of a morning person than I am an evening person. And I really don't like being out when the sun is going down. I'd rather be, if I'm going to be out when there's no sun, I'd rather be out in the morning, because everybody's getting ready to start the day, because that's my favorite part anyway. So, all right, guys, we had a very productive day today, and I really thank everybody for that, for those that came out today. And Team Tiger has been officially formed today, so if you haven't seen that post, you see who's on that team. And from time to time through the rest of the month of July, when I go live, someone from that team will be on the thumbnail. So anyway, guys, until next time, which will most likely be tomorrow, I will see you all in the future. And remember, we're all in this together.